Hello everybody, and today I'm going to show you how to animate in IMATOR. So let's start the video. So there's four main things which you've got to know to start animating. First is how to import structures. So what you want to do is click Open Workbench, then Scenery, and then right now I've got this selected. You want to click Import from World. Then any Java Edition world you have is going to be there. And as you can see, it'll all load up, and hopefully it'll all load up. And then press large if you want to do a bigger area, and you can put that down there just so it fills up everything you want to be animating. Then press import section, which I'm not going to do because I don't really need to. And then that's the first bit, and then it's going to take a while to read all of the blocks here. And here it is. It's going to be here with a bunch of things, and there it is. I'm going to get rid of it. There we go. And to start off on everything else, you're going to need to, I think, there should be up here simple mode enabled or something. And you want to turn that off there. I think you do it by clicking it. Clicking simple mode enabled. Second is players or humans. What you do is the first one here, you press character, and as you can see it's Steve. You can switch from any Minecraft character. You can switch if you want it to be slim or wide, but press browse, and on downloads you can quite easily download any skin that you want to. See, I've got this here, and we'll get to animating everything later. Second is weapons and items. So click on the workbench again, press item, and then everything should be here. And if you want to change the texture pack, just press browse, and there should be a texture pack somewhere here. It doesn't really matter. I'll do this, and it should load. Then press Minecraft, and then the texture pack down there. Then you've got to look for the actual thing that you want to change. There you go. Now when you have it, if you want somebody to be holding it and it to be centered, click on it, then go to custom rotation point, and you can change it, which is basically where it's going to be rotating around. So you want it to be in the middle of the weapon or item. There you go. And you can also change whether you want it to be enchanted and things like that. So I'll just get rid of that. Lastly is the camera. And what you do, how you spawn this in, is you just go down to the workbench again, click on camera, then click on create, and then it should be here. If you want to open it up, click on the thing on the box there. And it's probably not going to be like this, and you can move it around here. I forgot to mention, if you want to move around, actually, you right click and then press the W, A, S and D. W forward, S backwards, A to the left, D to the right. So that's all of the basics. Now we can start actually animating. So we can start with with scenery. I will click on import to world again. So I will start with my survival world here, the one that I play on most of the time. I'll just click on large, and then it's going to make a box around where your player last was. So you can then just change it. There you go, import section. And then if you want to be able to open doors and things like that, click yes. It will be a bit laggy though, but because there's not going to be much interacting with things, I'm going to click no. There it is. There's my model, and I'm just going to get rid of that. There you go. So we'll spawn in a new character, me, for example, and there it is. Right, now I'm going to want to have someone pulling a bow, so I'm going to use this. There's also on the left, there's the different tools which you can use to move things around. So now we're going to click on item, then I'm going to look for a bow. There we go. Create. There we go. You can change its size whatever you want over at the thing where it says item here that I'm moving around. So you can change whatever settings you want there. So we want him to be aiming a bow. So we're going to have to change this, the rotation point. There we go. And if you want to parent it, so whenever the hand moves, so does the thing that they're holding. Just go down here and it should say right arm. So click on that or whatever you want it to be attached to. And as you can see, it's disappeared. But you're going to have to set the position, all of these positions to 0. So they end up there. There we go. He's now holding it. And then you want to go to this item thing and do custom item slot. And click on the bow there. So if you want to play it, just press space. And then click on the bow again. It should show you at the bottom here. This is where all of the animating is going to be done. So click on wherever you want the bow to start. And then go 1. And there it is. And the next frame should be... So, never mind that. That's just wrong. No, I don't know what I'm saying. Don't worry about that. So, as you can see, it turns into that frame there. Never mind. Actually, right, I'm just going to get rid of those 3 things that I just did. And don't listen to what I just said. So, sorry if it's a bit confusing. It should be like that. And there we go. So you want to click on the item and press duplicate. And when you've duplicated it, you can then click the custom item slot on the duplicated one. And then click the next frame of the bow, which is 101 for me, and the normal bow is 21. So on the item there, the bow there, you're going to move the frame that you just did over 1, and you do that by clicking on the frame and then just dragging it around. And then you want to click on any of the frames in between and then go to the bottom and press keyframe settings, then press invisible. So it changes into that. But the original frame does not disappear. So you want to click visible again. So that then done something wrong here. Yeah, there you go. You want to go 1 frame along from it. So if we just watch that back, there you go. It smoothly turns into the next frame. So then you want to duplicate that and look for the very next bow frame, which is 117, and then the other bow frame, the one that you just duplicated, you can click invisible on the next frame then. And then if we watch that back, I've done something wrong. No, I have not done something wrong. But you do want to move that along 1 just so it looks better. So you want to repeat this process a bunch of times, and there you go. And then you should have made a bow animation. There we go. There it is. And the last one, you don't want to have an invisible frame, so just don't make it invisible. And there we go. If we play that back, there we go. It pulls the bow there. So now we want it to release. So we want to go further into the timeline and duplicate that again. Duplicate the last one and remove that one there. So it should look like this at the bottom. So change the very last bow frame to the original one, which was number 21. and then the last one can be invisible again. So at the bottom here, it should look like this. You can always pause it if you want to look at it, have a closer look at it. So here we go, and there it is. So that's the bow pulling. So pause now and look at the bottom to see what's going on here. There we go. And then when the bow releases, you want to add a new special block down here. Then search up arrow. You can either make a 3D arrow here, or you could make an arrow that is an item. So I'm going to do an arrow that is an item because it looks better with the bow here. And you want to have the arrow exactly at the bow here. And you want to make it before the arrow before this invisible. So you've got a frame here, and then before it's invisible, and right as the animation turns back to a normal bow animation, the arrow appears. So after that, you're going to want to move over a few frames, and you can bring this out here and see how that looks. There we go. And you can do it like this. So, oh no, I have done something. I don't know what. There we go. And go like that. So it just falls down. I can add it back there so it looks like that. Or I don't need it like that. I can have it end off like this. And instead of falling down there, it falls down over here. But it does go quite quickly, so you want to drag it a few frames forward. There we go. And there we have it. So now we can look back at the animation. There we go. So it pulls the string of the bow, and then the arrow just flops down on the floor there. So now you can bring in the camera here, and there we go. You can like bring it in any way you want to, and drag the first frame of the camera all the way back. So right as the last bow animation is played, before the arrow flies off, a few frames after actually, you can just click on the keyframe that the camera's in, and then move on to the next one where you can move this. So now you can move it so it's facing in the direction of where the arrow's gonna land, and there we go. That's what it looks like. You can change the trajectory of the arrow a bit if you wish. So this looks alright. There we go. There we are. So now I'm going to add a villager, which you can do by first going on to the first frame, just so the villager is always there. Press character here, search up villager, and as you can see at the bottom here it says profession, and you can choose what you want it to be. My one's going to be a nitwit, and it's going to be a jungle. So there it is, and you can spawn this in where the arrow's gonna land. So the villager looks at where the arrows are at the arrow. So there you go. And then when the arrow goes, go to the keyframe here. Go to after it falls, a few frames after, and then press the arrow, which means expand, on the villager there. And then the body here, you want to keyframe by just clicking there and then clicking next one, and you can bend this however you want so the villager is looking at it. So there we go. So we can get a nice animation there. Maybe you want to make it a bit quicker, and there you go. And then I'm going to make it so the villager looks at the player here quite slowly actually. There we go. So you can see the villager there. So there we go. That's the animation so far. And that's really it for today's video. If you want to see anything else like it, then please subscribe and tell me in the comments if I should make a part 2, and I will show you the end result, I guess, after adding up some finishing touches like light sources, which if you want me to, I can add that in another video. So that's it for today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.